Hi there, welcome to Module 1, Video 5. Now let's talk about what to expect when you tell your spouse or partner that you know about the affair. There are basically 3 responses your partner can have. Number 1, they deny the affair. Number 2, they admit the affair and are immediately remorseful. Number 3, they admit the affair and they have no intention of stopping. So let's talk about each one in depth. The most typical response is for people to deny the affair. This is really common. My experience is that this happens about 75% of the time. Tell them you understand. Tell them this is really painful and uncomfortable and embarrassing. Emphasize that you're both in a lot of pain right now. Give them your evidence file. Say, unless you can provide some new information to help me understand all of this, I need to trust my gut and believe that this is true. Don't get in a big debate. Try to stay calm and shift the responsibility onto them to prove the affair is not happening. They might get angry, tell you you're crazy, scream or yell, but don't take the bait and start screaming back. Really, the more upset they get, the calmer I'd like you to be. I know this is very difficult, but try to calmly say, I hear you. You're really mad. I understand. But I need you to help me understand what's actually going on here. You have your evidence file. There's tons of information there. That information wouldn't be there if something wasn't going on. So it's perfectly okay for you to say, help me understand this. Help me make sense of this. So, how could you stay calm in a moment like this? Well, picture what you really want. Stay focused on your goal. Focus on calmly breathing, reassure yourself, and repeat a mantra to yourself. If you don't have a mantra that you like that helps you stay calm, check out Pinterest for some good ideas. You can take a break too, and if you're ever afraid of anything physical happening, you can always leave the house, and of course you know that you can always call 911 for help. Most of the time, people will deny the affair for a little while, but once they see the evidence file and know that they're caught, they'll huff and puff for a little while, but then they come back and want to talk about what to do next. So know that if your partner denies the affair at first, it's very likely they'll come back and be more honest with you soon. Now, the second type of response is that your partner admits to the affair and is immediately remorseful. This is the kind of response we really want. The jig is up and they know it, and it's a good thing. As you're talking, they might start crying and become very upset. Let them cry and get upset. This is healthy and appropriate. You can cry too if you want to. Ask them to tell you the story. Tell them you want to understand what happened. As you're listening, be as kind as you can be. I know it's hard, but as bad as their behavior has been, they are feeling a lot of complex emotions right now. Try to be sympathetic and compassionate. Ask if they know right now which path they want to go on with you. Feel free to tell them which path you want to go on. If they need more time, give them a day to think and compose themselves. I know a day seems like a really long time, but I'd rather you give them a day and have them be truly committed to making things better than to rush it and get a half-baked effort. Agree to a time soon when the two of you will talk further. Now, let's talk about the third kind of response. It's a very uncommon response, but one I've seen happen a few times is the partner who admits to the affair, but is not sorry and has no plans to stop. This is an incredibly hurtful response, and I certainly hope this is not something you'll experience. If your partner tells you, yep, you're right, and I don't care that you found out, I don't love you, and I want to keep going with so-and-so, she's my future, then I'd like you to stay calm, get up, and either go to a spare room or to a friend's house or a hotel for the night. Don't get in a big fight, but clearly show that this is incredibly hurtful and not okay. Then see what your partner does over the next 24 hours. If he or she is okay with your leaving and being separate and hurting and doesn't care, then there may be very little you can do to get the relationship back on track. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I need to be honest with you, and someone who will hurt you that much and not care is not a great person for you to be with. Tell them that you'll have to move forward with option C then and would like them to move out. If this is the situation you find yourself in, please let me know if you'd like to personally discuss it further. We can have a small session to talk about what's going on and brainstorm some ideas to make it better. Or of course, you can always reach out to a local therapist in your area for a visit. It's incredibly painful when someone reacts like this, and I want to make sure you have all the support you need. And then when you're ready, please come on back, start with Module 1, Video 6, where we'll talk about proof of the affair.